Hi, our names are Ella,
Alex,
and Paul. Today, we are going to talk about Chihuly Garden and Glass Museum.
This is the Glass Museum in Seattle, which is an art museum and sculpture garden showcasing Dale Chihuly's large colorful glass works. This museum is filled with artworks made out of plain glass. We chose to explain this to people because it is a very unique type of museum. It is located in 305 Harrison Street, Seattle Center, Washington, United States, which is right next to Space Needle.
First, we are going to talk about what things are in Chihuly Garden and Glass Museum. There are beautiful artifacts made entirely out of glass. There are glass boats, flowers, and sea plants. There are gift shops to sell goods to people. At night at this museum, there's a spectacular view of glass architecture. These glass structures light up at night and make an awesome harmony of colors. There's a whole building made out of glass. Outside of this building, there's an awesome garden filled with glass decorations. They're in bushes, fountains, and grounds.
Glass Museum opened on May 21st, 2012 at the Seattle Center. It includes three primary components: the garden, the glass house, and the interior exhibits, with significant secondary spaces including a 90-seat cafe with additional outdoor dining, a 50-seat multi-use theater, and lecture space, lobby spaces, and wild public sites improvements beyond the garden. The installations in the glass house is an expansive 100-foot-long sculpture and is one of Chihuly's biggest suspended sculptures. The facility was designed by Owen Richards Architects and was rewarded LEED Silver certification.
Now we will talk about some exciting and interesting events in Chihuly Garden and Glass Museum. In the museum, there is a massive spectacular structure made out of turquoise glass called turquoise reeds. Turquoise reeds are 199 of spear-shaped forms springing from the trunks of salvaged old-growth western red cedar. The dramatic installation offers striking contrasts between the various colors, densities, and textures of the materials used to make this special artifact.
Secondly, Chihuly summons us with a monumental artwork entitled The Sun. This installation forms a round tower over 4 meters in diameter, emitting rays composed in two primary colors: 2 shades of yellow with elements of blue and red. This artifact is supposed to look like a bright sun shining on the road.
Lastly, there is flower-shaped architecture. Chihuly has loved flowers, a passion he attributes to his mother's delight in gardening and gardens. The museum's Mille-Fiori, mounted on a imposing low plinth, stands some tall and a half-meter high, and may be viewed from numerous angles. With arrangements of irregular shapes and sometimes colors, this installation looks like an enchanted garden.
These artifacts will be very fun to watch. My favorite one among all the special exhibits is turquoise reeds because sculpture's color is very clear and shape of the sculpture caught my attention at once.
Before we conclude, I would like to tell to all of you that Chihuly Garden and Glass Museum is one of the best places to visit in Seattle. Who will dislike an amusing and shiny glass sculpture that is entirely made out of glass?
Opinion: Chihuly and Glass Museum is a great place to visit. I think that you should visit the Chihuly Garden and Glass Museum one day. The view of colorful glasses is a very amusing thing to look at. Thank you for listening to our speech about the Glass Museum.
Thank you for listening.
Alex, I'm so good at climbing trees. I'm awesome at this thing.
That's so true, Paul.
Paul, get out. We're not playing.
Come on, presents us with a monumental artwork entitled The Sun. I don't remember.
Pa, I told you a lot of times to memorize it. I even gave you that thing. And stop filming!
In our opinion, I think that you should... You're so sick, Mom.